New York Times best-selling personal finance author Beth Kobliner joins us to talk about how you can help your graduate navigate their financial future with her updated and revised edition of the iconic money guide, Get a Financial Life, Personal Finance in Your 20s and 30s. Thank you so very much for joining us today. We really appreciate your time. So changes to student loan borrowing and repayment are looming. So what should college graduates be doing immediately after graduation to deal with their loans?
Right. Well, the first thing you have to know is how much you borrowed and where you're paying it back. So go to studentaid.gov to figure out what you owe. And there have been a lot of changes in the student aid repayment plans. Basically, the good news is it's become a lot more simplified. The bad news is you're going to probably be paying more in interest if had it been the old system. But basically, by the July 2028, people have to make a decision about what plan they're going to go with. And there are basically two plans. There's the standard plan, and then there's the abbreviated. It's called WRAP, but it's the abbreviated plan where you can pay a percentage of your income. And it's really important to go on the calculators on the website of studentaid.gov to figure out which plan is best for you. Also, if you're a teacher or going into some sort of field that you're eligible for student loan forgiveness, it's important to sign up for that as well, because after a number of years, your loans may be forgiven if you make on-time payments. So now more than ever, student loans, people are graduating typically with $20,000 in student loan debt. You want to make sure you pay it off in a smart way.
Gotcha. Yeah, student loans can be crippling. Okay, so do you have any advice on how college graduates and young people in general can tackle this issue? From finding affordable housing and healthcare to maybe shopping and to shopping smarter.
Right. Well, the good news in Florida for you is that you can stay on your parents' health insurance plan until age 30, which is a huge change. Thanks to the Affordable Care Act, this is something now that makes a big difference. And we're seeing, 85% of young people actually have health insurance, which is much higher than it was certainly for my generation graduating from college. So that's the first thing. Living back at home with your parents. Young people don't like to hear that, and parents sometimes don't like to hear it either, to be honest, but it's important because it's a great way to save money. You can, if you live back home with your parents, make sure to save up those dollars, be really frugal. You might have to, help out with the rent a little if your parents ask, but that is a really smart strategy to save up, for example, a down payment one day on a home, or more likely just to save up enough for a security deposit to rent an apartment on your own. That's super important. And the other important thing is realizing it's a very tough job market right now. It's actually historically difficult because over the last many, many decades, college graduates had a much easier time getting a job than the general public. The unemployment now is worse for college graduates than it is for the general public. And one explanation for that is the concerns, of course, of AI coming and what kind of jobs will be available to young people. People who got degrees in computer science thought, wow, I'm set. And now they're hearing, you know what? A chatbot might be able to do that instead of you. So it's a very difficult time. So you have to be creative in your job hunt. A lot of people just think you can go on LinkedIn and send out 1 million resumes and keep your fingers crossed. You have to try to use a network. If you went to a college that has an alumni network, and almost every college does, look through the alumni magazine. This is something my dad did for me many, many years ago. See if anybody's in any field that you're remotely interested in, and then talk to that person and try to make some human connections, because that's really where you might be able to get some sort of edge that you wouldn't otherwise if you were just sending out resumes.
Right on. Beth, thank you so very much for your time this morning. Before I let you go, where do we go to learn some more information?
Any bookstore, you can find Get a Financial Life, and you can buy it online wherever books are sold.
Excellent. Thank you so very much for your time this morning. And folks at home, if you want to watch this segment again or others like it, just head over to First Coast News Plus.